Hello, my name is Brandon Lunsford. I am the Archival Services Librarian here at Johnson C. Smith University. Today I'm going to be giving you a very basic tutorial on Photoshop Elements 12, and there will be a series of links provided later after the presentation to give you some more depth and details on various tools and features of Photoshop. This is the screen you'll see when you open up Elements, and you'll see that in the new version 12, there's three different modes. There's the quick mode, there's the guided mode, and there's expert mode. We're going to start off here with quick mode. In quick mode, you'll see that there's a series of tools here on your left, and over here you'll see a series of effects. I'm going to open up a picture here. When you go to File here, if you had a scanner attached to your computer, you could scan a photo in and upload it here. You can also pull photos from your desktop, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to open this picture here, and I'll show you a little bit of the tools here on the left. The little magnifying glass here is the zoom tool. Click here to zoom. You can also control the zoom down here. We'll bring him back to where he was. The hand tool here is to move the picture around when you have it zoomed like that. So let's zoom it again. Use the hand tool. You'll see you can move him around. Alright, bring him back to normal. What we have here is the red eye removal tool. You'll notice he has some red eyes. If you select his eyes here and click, you'll see they have gone back to normal. Down here below that is the whiten teeth tool. You can use it to select part of the teeth and make them a little whiter. I'm going to open up another photo here and show you the text tool. This is where you can write inside of a photo. Just select the text tool here. You can see down here at the bottom, it's just like Microsoft Word. You can change the font, you can change the size, you can add italics, bold. You can just type in here, little haul, and when you're done, you just select the check mark. You'll see it there. The great thing about Photoshop is that if you mess up, you can always change things. There's the undo button here, the redo button down here at the bottom, or an easy way to do that also is Control Z. Also Control Y will bring it back. Another thing you can do here, up in the left hand corner, you'll see right now it's set on just the after image, but you can change it to see before only, or you can also change to see before and after, so you can see the changes that you've made. Let's see, I'm pulling one more photo here and show you something else. This is the spot removal tool here, a little band-aid here. This is just for a couple of quick little changes, so I'm going to scrub this stuff out real quick. And you'll see that it changes that. That's just for some quick fixes for some things in your photo that are kind of causing you some problems. There we go. It's the spot removal tool, and you'll see down here you can change. You can also use this whenever you have a brush or anything like that selected. You can change the size of the brush here, depending on the area that you're trying to affect. Here, down below there is the crop tool. This is how you just crop someone out of the photo. So let's take this young lady here, and all you do is click the check mark, and she's cropped. Alright, you'll see over here the effects tab is very easy to use in the quick mode, because all you have to do is click on the effects and it'll change some effects for you. Here we have summer day, and it'll show you what it looks like here. Different effects that you can experiment with. So just try these out and see. This one kind of makes it a vintage photograph. And down here you'll see some other options for this tab. Different textures. You can add to the background of your photo here. Also some frames. Put in some flowers. So you can just play around with all this stuff and see. This is the neat thing about the quick mode. Now I'm going to show you the guided mode real quick. And the guided mode, you'll see that really your toolbar is really just limited to a couple of tools here. But over here on the right, your photo options for touch-ups are a lot different. So this is really what the guided mode is really focused on. And it kind of makes these fixes for you. I'm going to open up another photo real quick so we can start out from the beginning. But you'll see that they'll just kind of, all you have to do is click on these tabs and they'll kind of guide you to the changes. So you can change the brightness, the contrast a little bit. You're done, click done. I mean, it really just does it for you here. Lighten and darken. You can play with the shadows a little bit, play with the highlights, midtones. Perfect Portrait is kind of a neat one. That one really just guides you through a bunch of steps to make your picture look better. Just kind of let it do it for you. Use the blur brush here. And it'll give you some more tools that it recommends that you use for each picture. And you can rotate and straighten. That's another thing up here. When you go to image, this is how you control the way your image is rotated. You can resize your image. This is very helpful when you've scanned something. You can change the pixel size here. And if you ever need to go back to the very beginning, to discard all the changes that you've made on your photo, just go to revert here in the edit menu. It'll take you back to your very original photo. Over here we have the expert mode. That's the next mode. That one's a little bit more sophisticated. You'll have a lot of the same tools you've seen earlier. You'll see those again. But you'll also see some more tools. The sponge tool here, the blur tool, the clone stamp tool. And you'll see also some drawing tools here, which will allow you to erase, change colors, to add text. One thing you can do in the expert mode is to create layers. Layers are sort of like putting different sheets of clear plastic over your photo. You can create a new layer with the turned over square icon here in the menu. You see this little icon here will allow you to create a new layer. The checkerboard that you see there is Photoshop's way of showing transparency. Sort of like having, like I said, the clear plastic sheet over top of your photo to make changes on that won't affect your actual photo. You'll see the layer you're using, you will select in blue. So, for instance, you can use the text tool, type something here, JCSU, and then if you create another layer, and hide this one. If you click on the eyeball, it hides the layer. So now you're operating on the same photo but on a completely different layer. So now we'll write down here JCSU. you can't see that one, you can see this one again. So you'll see the changes you've made are on different layers. I'm gonna send some links with some more detailed descriptions about layers because there's a lot you can do with layers. It's a good idea to make a background copy of your picture sometimes when you're messing with layers. You can do that too by selecting here. You can also throw some of your layers in the trash pretty easily if you don't want to use them. Additional tools here on the left, we've gone over most of those. Let's see, paint can here is a good one as well. Okay, well that's pretty much all the modes that I can show you. The other thing about Elements 12 is that it has two different segments. This is the photo editor segment that we're in now. But you'll see down here at the bottom you have another little menu, and here is the organizer. And this is the other part of Photoshop Elements. We're switched to organizer right now. Organizer is a cool way for you to organize, present, share your photos with your friends. The first step is to import your photos into an organizer catalog, which I've already done here. You'll see you have four options. This is the way you can organize your photos. Everything right now is in the media view, which kind of shows you all your photos that you have. Also, you have people, places, and events. And this is sort of a way that you can tag and arrange your photos. Right here, let's try people. I've done one of these already, but see what you can do is click Add People, and it'll pull all of the faces in the photos that you've uploaded. And if you know who this person is, you can just add his tag, and he's Mr. Smith now. This is kind of a cool way to easily tag all your photos at once. Now he's here. It recognizes him as Mr. Smith, and you can do this with all your photos. In the Places tab, what you can do is add places. This is really cool. Like, let's take this one for example. This is the JCSU Stadium. And if you click on the search bar here, I'm just going to type Johnson C. Smith University, and I'll give you the option here. I'll find it, and it'll ask you if you want to place the media here. So there, we have just put this photo and tagged it in this location. Pretty neat. So, you'll see there, I did Biddle Hall earlier, so both these are now tagged on the map as being at Johnson C. Smith University. There's also an Events tab here. You can add the event, and this will let you tag. I'm going to just choose this one here. And what you do is you take the photo and drag it over here to the menu bin. It's not letting me do right now. But this will allow you to place a series of photos that occurred at the same place into a certain event and allow you to tag it that way. That's most of the organizer. Another cool thing here, we'll go back to our albums in the media view, is that you can share here. The share tab will allow you to share your photos on Facebook, on email attachments, Twitter, Flickr, and also you can create prints, a photo book, greeting cards, photo calendars. You can print all this stuff out as well. There's lots of avenues here to share your photos. I hope you enjoyed the Photoshop tutorial. I'll be sending out a series of links to let you know more about Photoshop. This is kind of just a very, very basic look. Thanks very much for being with me.